After transmigrating, all you had to do was sweep the sect every day to get stronger. But the one condition was, don't let anyone know your cultivation level until you're the strongest. 10 years in, and all it took was swinging a broom every day to watch your power skyrocket. Give it another year or two, and this guy's basically gonna be unbeatable. You were perfectly happy laying low at the sect. But then one day, the sect leader, Empress Ling Shuang, came back seriously injured, gathered every disciple, and announced she was dissolving the sect. That's when you started to panic. You thought something massive had gone down, but it was just a few demon lords showing up. Empress Ling Shuang told everyone everything, from getting ambushed by the major demon lords to falling into the Earth realm, the whole story. Everyone's faces just kept getting worse and worse as they listened. They genuinely didn't think it had gotten this bad. And watching the disciples and elders of the Heavenly Tao sect standing there with their heads hanging low, you couldn't help but laugh to yourself. Already scared? Look at this bunch of spineless losers. If the founders of the Heavenly Tao sect could crawl out of their graves right now, they'd slap every single one of you. What you didn't know, the second those words crossed your mind, Empress Ling Shuang's expression instantly shifted. Who said that? She immediately released her Heaven-Earth Divine Sensing Stone. Every blade of grass, every tree within range was under her control. But she found no one suspicious. Was that just my imagination? She muttered to herself and let it go. Because right now, keeping the sect's disciples alive was the only thing that mattered. After a long silence, someone finally spoke up. Your Majesty, if we leave, what happens to you and the elders? Empress Ling Shuang's expression was dead serious. Someone has to take responsibility for this. The regular disciples can go, but as the sect leader and elders, we have to own this. We stand with the Heavenly Tao sect, to the very end. More voices followed. To the very end. We fight the demons. We fight the demons. The disciples were fired up, and honestly watching them, you kind of felt like you were watching a bunch of idiots. Getting all pumped up knowing full well staying meant certain death. These guys are genuinely unhinged. Still, even though that's what you thought, you couldn't help but respect them a little. What you didn't realize was, just like before, Empress Ling Shuang heard every single thought in your head. She didn't understand it, but she had no choice but to accept it. Someone in this sect was broadcasting their inner thoughts, and they were definitely somewhere inside the Heavenly Tao sect. Gotta say, Empress Ling Shuang is actually pretty good looking for an old lady. 10 years at this sect, and this was the first time you, a lowly janitor disciple, had ever gotten a close look at her. That figure? Honestly on par with a top-tier model. That figure was made for having kids. If I could bring her home as my wife, that'd be the life. Can't do it yet, though. A few more years of sweeping, once I'm truly unbeatable, I'm coming back to make her mine. Those words made Empress Ling Shuang clench her teeth so hard they almost cracked. She was absolutely livid. As Empress, she had never in her life been talked about like this. Sweeping. Empress Ling Shuang suddenly froze. She'd caught a key detail. She pushed her divine sense further down, and within moments, she found you. There were plenty of people around, but you were the only one currently holding a broom. She looked at you from a distance, thought about it, and decided not to call you out just yet. She wanted to see what you were really up to. But when the Empress's eyes landed on you, it hit differently. Did that old woman just look at me? Did she actually find me? You immediately dismissed the thought. There's no way someone at the Heaven-Earth level of cultivation could detect you. Not a chance. But after you thought that, Empress Ling Shuang's gaze didn't move. If anything, it got sharper. That confused you even more. What is this old woman's problem? Why does she keep staring at me? Is something wrong with her? At this point, Empress Ling Shuang was absolutely seething. Her fists clenched so tight they cracked. But even so, she forced herself to hold back the rage. You lowlife. Once this is over, I will make you pay. Time crept by second by second. After all the fire and fury, the mood had gone quiet again. The fear was real, but it wasn't enough to shake the disciples' resolve to die for their sect. Just then, not far from the Heavenly Tao sect, dark energy began surging violently. 4 figures, the exact demon lords Empress Ling Shuang had warned them about. I can't believe the Eastern Divine Continent has fallen this far. Ruling over a dump like this is a local tyrant, not a bad life, honestly. They all burst out laughing. When they thought about what they were about to do to Empress Ling Shuang, all 4 of them had a look of pure excitement in their eyes. Soon, the dark energy nearly swallowed the entire Heavenly Tao sect. The 4 of them looked wildly different from each other. Tall, short, fat, thin, all pushed to the extreme. Looking at these 4, you couldn't help but shake your head. What a bunch of ugly freaks. Being ugly isn't your fault, but coming out here to terrorize people? That's on you. Their power levels were obvious to you. 1 at the early Heaven-Earth stage, the other 3 at the peak of the Half-Earth stage. And this is enough to run wild at the Heavenly Tao sect? Looks like Empress Ling Shuang really can't cut it. Little did you know, those words completely stunned her. To be fair, there was one thing you got wrong. If these 4 hadn't ambushed her from behind, they wouldn't have stood a chance against her at all. In this world, cultivators are ranked by realm. Tempering, chi absorption, foundation building, blood refinement, mortal break. Those are the 5 stages of the human path, the entry-level foundation of cultivation. After the human path comes the yellow path. Awakening, pill formation, nascent soul, god transformation, void refinement. Beyond that is the earth path, half-earth, heaven-earth, invincible, supreme, venerable. Above the earth path comes the heavenly path, human immortal, mystic immortal, golden immortal, mortal immortal, and sage. Achieving the heavenly path, that's true immortality within the universe. Right then, one of the demon lords stared at the Empress with pure greed in his eyes. Hey there, pretty lady. If you play nice and take care of us brothers, maybe we'll let these little ants live. Shut your mouth. Empress Lingshuang snapped back without hesitation. Since this was already life or death, she wasn't afraid of anything. Plenty of disciples started yelling insults too. Fine, since you all want to do this the hard way, don't blame us. The four exchanged a look and made their decision in an instant. Meanwhile, standing in the back, you were already completely over it. Just fight already. All this talking. Haven't you heard? The villain always dies from talking too much. No need to use a sledgehammer to kill a fly. You slowly bent down and casually plucked a single blade of grass from the ground, held it up, looked it over, and nodded, satisfied. This'll be more than enough. Anything more would be a waste. Empress Lingshuang, who had been watching you this whole time, couldn't believe what she was seeing. She couldn't believe you were actually planning to take out all four of those demon lords with a single blade of grass. You pinched it between your fingers and flicked it out with a light toss. No power, no presence, just a quiet little sound. And that blade of grass passed clean through the fat one's skull. The terrifying energy was still reverberating through his brain. A heaven-earth level cultivator in your hands was honestly easier than swatting a fly. No surprises after that. The other three all met the exact same fate, start to finish. It barely took a blink. Four guys who walked in completely full of themselves, wiped out entirely.